Well, Jeonbuk had 4 players away for the World Cup and none of them feature in today's squad. That means former Bucheon 1995 keeper Lee Ju-hyun gets a rare start in goal in the absence of Song Bum-gun. There's also no Cho Wi-jae at the back, but veteran defender Park Ji-soo is available again after recovering from injury during the break. With no Kim Jin-gyu and Kang Sang-yoon in midfield, Lee Young-jae and Meng Sung-eun start in the middle, along with Obadan, and Mota leads the line. New lone striker signing Gytis Paulauskas isn't eligible until the transfer window opens. And now we look across to Gangwon FC, and it's as much about what's on their bench as it is who's starting, because Lee Ki-hyuk was their only World Cup representative, but he played all 3 games for South Korea, and he is in today's squad. A stark contrast with Jeonbuk's players, but Lee Ki-hyuk is on the bench. Also among the subs, top scorer Abdallah Klaikal, but they do have Kim Dae-won with 5 goals out there on the left starting. A lot said in the media about South Korea's exit, and while much of that directed at the management, even with those 4 World Cup absentees, got plenty of depth in most positions. Go Young-jun goes for something spectacular, and it was rather underwhelming in the end, but a chance to test the gloves of Lee Ju-hyun. Cross that was in the right sort of territory that time for Mota. Jeonbuk suddenly under just a touch of pressure. They handle it very well, and it's Kim Tae-won who can race away down the right. Mota! Probably got to do better with that sort of chance. And here's an opening for Gangwon potentially. Kim Tae-won! Oh, it's a decent effort, the best of the game so far. The whistle did blow very quickly. A bit more lively. Choi Byung-chan with an arm raised, left Teo Jin down on the turf. And a chance for a breakaway now. Lee Dong-jun, still Lee Dong-jun, and it's a low save. Marco Tucci's done brilliantly to perhaps do enough to put Lee Dong-jun off in the end. And a good low save from Park Jung-hyo. Now Gangwon go up the other end. So Min-woo out to Song Jun-seok. Cross looks good. Rising header from Oh Jae-hyun. And a free kick to Gangwon. Handball it must have been. Yeah, Cheo Jin's left arm just trailing. And it's something. Oh, it's got in! And that was the unexpected. Kim Dae-won played the role perfectly of a man who had every intention in his eyes of lifting the ball up over the wall. Instead, that moment of surprise was there, and Song Jun-seok struck it low, and the keeper had no idea it was coming. And Mota! Well, that's much more threatening. That's the sort of header that can threaten, and Mota is so effective in the air. Good ball in. Kang Jung-hyuk. Gangwon starting to work the passes with far more effectiveness as they come forward again. High looping cross. Kim Dae-won back inside! And that was so close from Choi Byung-chan to 2-0. Albeit back in May. And it's a lovely bit of play from Kim Dae-won. Might hit Park Ji-soo first and then the keeper, or just the keeper, with a little bit of Park Ji-soo contact. Good goalkeeping anyway. The way this game is shaping up now, very slow to release the ball there. The goalkeeper seemed to not have the movement in front of him. Lee Dong-jun in a promising position has completely fluffed his lines. Unable to form an orderly cue. Now the delivery from Kim Dae-won. Well, the whistle blew anyway. That looked like a strong opportunity with the header. And there is half time. The stat that matters most, as a few boos ring out. Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors 0, Gangwon FC 1. Join us for the second half in a few minutes. League football, and we've seen several players from both these sides involved in the World Cup. 4 of them for Jeonbuk, either in the squad or in the training squad. None of those in the matchday squad today. And here, another offensive opportunity brewing. Mo Jae-hyun, and it's in! Well, Lee Yoo-hyun, against his former club, strikes it low. Joined Jeonbuk in 2021 from Jeonnam Dragons, didn't play more than about a dozen games for them. Moved to Gangwon initially on loan and is now risen to the status of club captain, and now fires his side into a 2-goal lead. Kim Young-min seemed to get trapped in the turf for a moment there. Choi Byung-chun, still Choi Byung-chun, good defending Kim Seung-suk, but passes it straight to Seo Min-woo. Swipes it wide and over. We have 2 goals in this game, both going Gangwon's way. Lee Dong-jun. Well, Oberdam was charging in. Mota would be the more obvious target, but Oberdam almost taken by surprise. Just couldn't reach it. And a double change, Lee Seung-woo and Gamboa. And it's an in-swinger! Headed just wide by Tsuchi. Well, that was dangerous for Jeonbuk. To Kim Dae-won, out to Song Jun-seok. Kim Dae-won reacts quick, is taken down. Well, it's just a case of one too many swipes at the back of the legs. And he fires it just wide. Threatening. Well, it's gone across the face, but it's the right idea. So it's the 2 players listed as their starting strikers. Neither of them necessarily out-and-out forwards in the same way as the 2 players are coming on. And Kang Jun-hyuk forcing the save in the end, and a corner. Kim Dae-won. Looping down, and he gets it! Well, goodness me, the flag is up. It was almost impossible to decipher who was doing what and who got the final touches. Let's have a look at the replay. Kim Tae-hyun with the ball in. It's Lee Dong-jun, one after the other. and it's Lee Seung-woo possibly in an offside position. But Lee Dong-jun should have scored to put it beyond all doubt. This is taking a long time. Unbelievably, the goal is given. Obadan holding it up well. Lee Dong-jun back inside. And Lee Seung-woo cutting in. Lee Seung-woo down in front of the referee. Then it's Mota. They're coming together in equal terms, really, between Mota and Tucci there. Can't hear the substitute. And is that offside? Flag is up. Raihal goes on and steers it wide anyway. Well, it's nice to know how it would have ended. Lets it run, looks for the quick throw to settle for short to Obadan, and now the cross. Gamboa off the woodwork. What a chance. Jeonbuk turned to youth now with Lee Young-jae off. Crowd enjoying this. The crowd on their feet, and it's the 17-year-old they're getting excited for there. A reputation preceding him, and take a look at this. Remember the name, Kim Ye-gon. Quick feet, cross blocked by the goalkeeper. Either next in the conveyor belt of talent that Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors has sent out into the world. Paikal back to Song Jun-suk, who opened the scoring. He's not going to add to it there, but the strike buys a few seconds. Hyun, the goal scorer of the second, holds it, is caught in possession. Lee Dong-jun! And Tucci cuts it off before Mota can get there. But a Jeonbuk corner. Well, this is last attacking opportunity of the game. They've got the goalkeeper, Lee Ju-hyun, forward, and it's headed off target by Gamboa. But the whistle goes quickly, and Gangwon with a famous victory. Some boos ring out. Jeonbuk's fan base here with optimism. They opened the game well. It looked like they were putting the disappointment of South Korea's World Cup campaign behind them. But Gangwon grew into the game.